I had disliked a lot of things that he was saying, and how he was acting, being that, me, I'm a real individual. I just felt like, we was all cool at one point in time. And
now remember this.
Sounds familiar.
No. I was older than Canelo is when I beat Canelo. So now, imagine seeing Canelo at 36 and me at 36 and we fight.
24 world champions, 5 divisions conquered, best defender of all time, right? Bud Crawford surpasses him in accolades because of the undisputed in 3 divisions. Both of them are fighters that fought great into their late 30s. However, Floyd has a deeper resume than Bud Crawford.
In a live interview, Terence Crawford spoke with conviction about Floyd Mayweather and his own legacy, declaring that Mayweather's time has come and gone. He made it clear that this is his era, stressing that the spotlight should now be on him as the face of modern boxing. Confident in his standing, Crawford positioned himself as a fighter leading the sport into the current generation.
Broadcast for Jake and Tyson, and some people like the likes of Carl Froch viewed that as an endorsement. Like, look, man, I'm just working. It's a big opportunity to be on Netflix. I didn't put the fight together. I'm not paying these guys. So, let's chill out. But all right, I'm not going to poo-poo this. I just don't know what CSI is, and the way it was presented made me think that there was like a secondary press release to come, that they'll be involved in like some sort of like virtual boxing thing. Like, it just didn't seem real. You know why it didn't seem real? I'll tell you why. There's no date attached to it. There's no venue attached to it. Forget rules, exhibition, not exhibition, weight. I mean, here's a guy who fought a heavyweight fighting forget all that. These things can get figured out. The fine details. The fact that it was announced, why announce something with no date or location attached to it? What's the point? Unless you're just trying to get people excited and trying to get them, trying to get some investors or something like that.
But maybe also testing the waters. If the response was overwhelmingly positive, maybe you go, okay, we move forward. If the response is muted or negative, maybe you go, okay, we're not going to actually do this. You lob it out there as a way to poll the public, and then make an adjustment.
So you don't think it happens?
I do not think it happens. I just don't think there will be enough interest. I know they have huge name value. There's zero after the last performance by Mike Tyson against Jake Paul. I don't think there's going to be interest in seeing Mike Tyson do that again.
Floyd Mayweather reminded fans that he had already outclassed Canelo Alvarez when he was older than Canelo, showcasing his superior skill and experience. He argued that Terence Crawford's victory over Canelo shouldn't be viewed as an extraordinary accomplishment, since both of their signature wins came against the same opponent. For Mayweather, this only reinforces that his triumph was a greater achievement, and Crawford's success doesn't elevate him above Mayweather's legacy.
Canelo is a hell of a fighter. He's a hell of a fighter. And everyone is now saying that he's not the same fighter. He's not looking the same. Now remember this.
Sounds familiar.
No. I was older than Canelo is when I beat Canelo. So now, imagine seeing Canelo at 36 and me at 36 and we fight. And now what y'all gonna say, well, now he got what? I don't know how many fights he got.
Some analysts contend that Terence Crawford cannot yet be placed on the same level as Floyd Mayweather, pointing to the flawless 50-0 record that defines Floyd's career. They argue that surpassing Mayweather requires more than victories over elite names like Canelo Alvarez. A common suggestion is for Crawford to move up in weight and face David Benavidez, a dangerous and physically imposing opponent. Defeating Benavidez, they believe, would not only showcase Crawford's fearlessness, but also prove his ability to overcome one of the sport's toughest challenges. Until then, many experts maintain that despite his impressive accomplishments, Crawford will fall short of being remembered alongside Mayweather's legacy.
You look at Floyd's record, right? Floyd's legacy is 50-0, 24 world champions, 5 divisions conquered, best defender of all time, right? Bud Crawford surpasses him in accolades because of the undisputed in 3 divisions. Both of them are fighters that fought great into their late 30s. However, Floyd has a deeper resume than Bud Crawford, but both of their best wins are Canelo Alvarez. Canelo was a younger, greener Canelo when Floyd beat him. Bud beat an older, slower, but more seasoned Canelo. Now, Bud's not going to surpass Floyd because of the record. He's not going to make 50-0. Bud has to separate himself. What he has to do is do something that Floyd didn't do. Take on the challenges that people are scared for you to take. Just that's what separates Leonard and Duran from the rest. If Bud Crawford beats David Benavidez, he will surpass Floyd Mayweather as far as on the all-time list. As of right now, if Bud Crawford retires, I would have him somewhere around the top 5, top 7.
Trainer Robert Garcia offers a different point of view. He believes Terence Crawford is unlikely to jeopardize his legacy by facing David Benavidez. In Garcia's eyes, Crawford is a smart fighter who understands how to cement his place in history without taking unnecessary risks. Benavidez holds a major size advantage and presents a dangerous threat that could potentially end Crawford's unbeaten run. For Garcia, the risk far outweighs the reward, as Crawford already boasts an outstanding resume and has nothing to prove against an opponent outside his natural division. His perspective underscores the ongoing debate between chasing legacy-defining risks and safeguarding a near-perfect career.
There's no way. Crawford just got the biggest win in his career and one of the biggest wins in history. He doesn't need to go out there and risk, but it is too big, too strong. We don't want to see a champion do so much and accomplish so much and then end his career with a bad choice, a bad fight that he shouldn't take. I wouldn't do it.
Jeff Mayweather, Floyd's uncle, shared a perspective that although Terence Crawford clearly outboxed Canelo Alvarez, the win should not be treated as the ultimate benchmark. He noted that Canelo was no longer the same fighter, lacking the sharpness and power in his punches that once defined him. Jeff explained that before this matchup, Crawford faced doubts and criticism regarding the quality of his opposition. And even after defeating Canelo, some continue to minimize the accomplishment. While he acknowledged the victory is impressive, Jeff stressed that it must be viewed in context. Since Canelo was not at his absolute prime, the win alone does not place Crawford beyond all criticism.
Canelo knocks him out in the first half of the fight because he couldn't handle the power. And obviously that proved not to be, or to be the case, that Crawford could definitely handle the power. Were you surprised that, it didn't look like, maybe once or twice it looked like maybe Crawford felt it, but never in any kind of real trouble?
Yeah, I don't think that Canelo really hit him. I mean, he hit him a couple times clean, but I mean, Crawford, Crawford's a big guy too. Crawford took it like it was nothing. I mean, and he hit Canelo a few times. I mean, and Canelo took it as well. So I mean, basically, at the end of the day, I mean, they both took decent shots from each other, but Crawford just didn't get hit as much as Canelo did.
Do you think that was a case of you can't Canelo's a guy that's not out there throwing huge combinations. That he's more of a punch at a time kind of guy, and that's not going to work against someone as slick and talented as Bud Crawford.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, basically, Canelo was looking for just one big shot, trying to land a big shot on Crawford, but Crawford wasn't having it. And Crawford at times would say, I guess he would say to himself, I need to, do a little more work, and basically, and it seemed like he just did that, and he would let his hands go.
Legendary fighter Roy Jones Jr. offers sharp critique of Floyd Mayweather's legacy. He argued that, aside from his win over Canelo Alvarez, Mayweather did not consistently face the very best of his era while they were at their peak. Jones questioned why Floyd is so often labeled the greatest when much of his resume features opponents who were smaller, older, or past their prime. He suggested that the legend status surrounding Mayweather is somewhat inflated compared to his actual accomplishments. For Jones, while Floyd's undefeated record is historic, the timing and quality of his opposition leave room for debate, especially when measured against versatile fighters like Terence Crawford.
Is Floyd Mayweather top 5?
No, not in my book. No,
not even top 10.
Maybe top 10 in my book, yeah, but not top 5.
10.
He's maybe top 10, but not top 5. Floyd can fight. Don't get it wrong. Floyd can fight. But here's what my problem is Well, I understand. I know you're a Floyd fan. But here's my problem. Who did Floyd fight that was on his level when he fought him? Only Canelo. That's it. Don't give me that stuff about the other guy that was going to prison. He know he going to prison when he get through. And then to take it even further.
He fought Cotto.
Cotto was not on his level. Wait. See, stop. Let me finish first. Cotto.
You asked me a question.
Cotto already was done. And Cotto an all-time great? No. Cotto's an all-time Puerto Rican great. Cotto's not an all-time great in boxing.
I agree with you.
He's an all-time Puerto Rican great.
I
All
agree.
right, so that's not a great fight. That's not on your level. Pacquiao. You waited till Pacquiao got knocked out by Marquez before you fought him. If you'd have fought him 4 years ago, it'd have been something. Because both of y'all were here. We'd have found out who the best was. You waited till Marquez knocked him out, now you fought him. If I wait till somebody beat James Toney before I fight him, do I get credit for being the greatest fighter of all time because I beat James Toney?
No, you don't.
No, I don't. So my point is you didn't do it the right way. You know that. Who else did you fight besides them best two names you can pull up besides Canelo?
What I'm saying is that who do you think around that time would have even beaten Floyd that he didn't fight?
So my point is I'm not going to say who
because
would
I can't name a person.
I'm not going to say who would have beat Floyd, like I said. I'm just saying Floyd never fought nobody that was of his equal. He didn't fight a James Toney. He didn't go looking for a James Toney.
Another analyst drew a clear line between popularity and pure skill. He acknowledged that Floyd Mayweather's global fan base is unmatched, built on his flawless record and pay-per-view dominance. But when it comes to raw talent, he argued that Terence Crawford may have the edge. With his natural southpaw style and rare ability to switch stances seamlessly mid-fight, Crawford can adjust to any opponent with ease. This versatility has led many to believe his technical skill set even surpasses Mayweather's. The debate, he noted, ultimately raises a bigger question in boxing. Should greatness be defined by fame and numbers, or by adaptability and pure ability inside the ring?
Terence Crawford versus Floyd Mayweather Jr. Who wins this fight? I'm going with Terence Crawford, and I don't think that's unpopular or crazy to say. I think most people will agree with me. I understand Floyd Mayweather has a lot of fans out there, but the truth is, as great as Floyd Mayweather is, Terence Crawford is one of one. And I say that because who else has knockout power in both hands, is able to switch stances between orthodox and southpaw so seamlessly while having great footwork? It's not like Terence Crawford is some stationary target or a flat-footed fighter that's going to be chasing Floyd around. Terence Crawford knows how to cut the ring off. He has tremendous ring IQ. And not only is he a great boxer, but he's a great fighter. He'll be able to make it dirty. If he is on the inside with Floyd, that power will carry him far. And I just don't see how Floyd will be able to beat a Terence Crawford. I really don't see it. I understand Floyd's defense is incredible, but he is smaller than Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford would have a significant reach advantage on Floyd Mayweather. I believe Terence Crawford would also be taller than Floyd Mayweather, as well as all the skillful and technical aspects of what I just laid out prior. So I don't understand how anybody could pick Floyd Mayweather to beat Terence Crawford. Styles make fights, and I believe Terence has the style to beat one Floyd Mayweather. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Whether you agree or disagree, it doesn't matter. Join the discussion, subscribe for more, and leave a like if you enjoyed the time spent. Thank you. You are all appreciated.
Former world champion Shane Mosley offered a direct comparison between Terence Crawford and Floyd Mayweather, pointing out that Crawford's natural size gives him an advantage Mayweather never enjoyed. As a naturally bigger fighter, Crawford can move through multiple weight classes while still carrying power and strength. Mosley explained that while Floyd excelled in defense and timing, Crawford's physical attributes allow him to dominate opponents in ways Mayweather could not. In Mosley's view, this makes direct comparison between them unfair, as Crawford's build provides opportunities that Floyd simply didn't have.